After venturing into planet Smite's Conquest region, we discovered many unique species that populate its various biomes. However, there are other regions yet to explore across the vast expanse that is planet Smite. In today's documentary, we are diving deep into the windswept tundra of the Assault region to discover the wholly unique lifeforms that call it home. The first of these is the Hyena. Caring not for the suffering of its fellow organisms, the Hyena can often be found refusing their role assigned at birth in favour of a reroll, regardless of if their birth assignment has regenerative properties for the team or a useful skill set. If the Hyena does not want, it will not play. This species will also enact a selfish playstyle in the tundra, refusing to meditate and securing valuable healing resources only for itself, ignoring its fellow organisms' pleas for help and embodying its namesake, laughing at its teammates with no regard for their well-being in this harsh, teamwork-oriented environment. The Hyena will either use this selfish attitude to grow at an astonishing rate and dominate the competition, or cause so much starvation of resources among its peers that they cannot survive the harsh tundra and perish, leaving the Hyena to laugh alone before joining them in an icy grave. However, not all species in the Assault region are this selfish. After all, it is a region where teamwork is rewarded more than any other, and the whole pride will group together for warmth in this unforgiving landscape. The capybara Chad is the embodiment of this team player mindset, as they are the most selfless beings in the region, perhaps the entire planet, only being rivaled by the supportive mothers of the duo lane Conquest region. Always found acquiring regenerative auras like Sovereignty and Heart Ward early in their life, and never without a meditation, the capybara Chad will pull up to a dejected and hurt team and get them battle ready once more. In stark contrast to the Hyena, this species will almost never re-roll their birth assigned style if it would be useful for the team, regardless of if they enjoy that style or not. The capybara Chad is what all species in the Assault region should aspire to be, a role model we can all look up to. The Arctic cub, however, is less desired, as they are young and inexperienced in the skills required to succeed in the harsh Assault tundra. While good at heart, the cub's lack of experience holds it back in a region where one does not choose their manner of birth. Often found whining that they cannot succeed on their assigned pick and spamming trade requests with its fellow organisms, the cub has a lot to learn if it wishes to endure the icy winds of Ragnarok. If you can only rely on 5 of 120 organisms, it makes this explorer wonder why the Arctic cub even migrated to the Assault region in the first place. Perhaps they would be better off in the lowland plains of Duolane in the Conquest region. On the flip side of the species coin though, we have the Chameleon, which will adapt its very nature to fit whichever organism it is assigned at birth. Found spitting on the idea of re-rolling and refusing trade requests, much to the dismay of the Arctic cub who once again cannot play their assigned pick, the Chameleon embodies the core nature of the Assault region at its purest form. This can sometimes be useful and other times be detrimental, as the Chameleon will stand their ground on an organism completely and utterly unsuited to the harsh landscape of the Assault biome, purely to keep their pride intact and show all in the region that they can and will use what they are given, no exceptions. But when the Chameleon is given a useful identity at birth, you can know that you can always rely on them to perform well on a crucial organism assignment such as a healer without complaints, very much unlike its close cousin, the Arctic cub. The windswept, icy plains of the Assault region is one of the harshest and most unforgiving environments on planet Smite. Thus, it is understandable that some lifeforms here have developed interesting adaptations to the local threats and scarce resources available to them. While this explorer cannot hope to understand the reasons behind the Hyena's behaviour, one must assume it has some and adopts the playstyle it does with sound reasoning. However, I think we would all agree in saying that when we're stranded in the ice with no one left to save us, seeing a capybara Chad emerge from the snows would fill us with a joy that no other region can compare to in planet Smite.